must become activists now. We must stand for our Constitution now and resist this oppressive tyranny we are now subject to. We got some phone calls. We're going to go ahead and go to the phones. Hey, you're on the Real News.
You talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Farron and Brian, how y'all doing this morning?
Good. How about you, sir?
Pretty good. I was just listening to your interview with Mr. Giles. I was hoping I could talk to him, but I guess he had to leave.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he has left us. We don't have, I don't know if I guess we maybe can do that.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the capability to have a conference call going or not here, but we've got his number.
Okay. Well, I was going to ask him, maybe y'all, when you talk to him next time, I was thinking to draw attention. I don't know if this could be done. I know it's winter and all that, but to bring attention, a lot of people do these walks across the country. Maybe he could walk to or some of them could walk from New York, from Ground Zero to the inauguration and draw attention. That's what I was thinking.
It would have to be someone else, because I don't think he can hardly walk at all. He uses a cane, and he's having some terrible difficulties right now.
But to raise awareness, a walk of those of us that can, that certainly would raise awareness. What is your opinion of the treatment of the 9/11 first responders? Is it like mine, Brian's? It's just unbelievable travesty.
Unbelievable what they've done. It just reminds me of what they do to the veterans when they come back from wars, all maimed and mentally, shocked from all the war and everything, and they get treated like dirt. And these young people that are joining the military, I mean, you just might want to look and see how you get treated afterwards, before you think about do something like that. Along with the Veterans Disarmament Act. I mean, you go and you serve your country and you come back, and I've even read a veteran even complaining to their psychiatrist how they can't sleep, and then they notified the state through the North Carolina Veterans Disarmament Act, and they take away their guns and their gun rights. So I don't know what exactly is going on. They want people, I guess, to serve and help people, but when they just drop them, and it's a pattern, and I don't know what their thinking is.
It's unbelievable.
Such a thing.
It's unbelievable. Well, I want to thank you for calling. We've got a couple of phone calls. We're going to try to get as many people on as we can, but again, I want to thank you for calling in today and voicing your opinion.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Hey, you're on the Real News?
Yes, Farron?
Yes, sir.
This is Brad. I want to thank you and Brian for doing your show again. I'd like to make a comment about the bailout. I heard this week that Citicorp just took $400 million to sponsor the new Met Stadium in New York. Now, how can we bail them out and then they turn around and make a commitment like this?
Unbelievable. I had not heard that, but Brian said he had heard something to that effect. That's unbelievable. Well, in this country, I guess it's hard to shock me anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't want to ride anybody's pony, but, we've got the automotive industry crashing, and then they're spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars sponsoring sports that are making their own living. And you and I now, we're going to be paying that bill. It's not right. It's not fair.
Well, the people are being robbed. They have purposely heated up the economy. Now they're imploding it. The bankers are holding the money, and when they collapse this thing to the point they want to, they will buy back the real economy with our money for pennies on the dollar, and we will be on the hook for it. People need to wake up. I mean, everyone you talk to, I've lost $50,000 in my 401k. I lost this in the stock market. But why are we not, as a society, standing strong and saying this is unacceptable, Washington, D.C., and we won't put up with this? If they'd tried this on the American people 100 years ago and fleeced everybody of their life savings and ruined their retirements, there'd been people in the street heading toward Washington, D.C., I do believe.
Well, we have a problem right now. Our Congress and our senators, they do not know that their responsibility is to stand up for the Constitution. And the Constitution does not make any specific demands that they defend banks and businesses. They're supposed to protect us as individuals, not banks and businesses.
Well, I certainly do appreciate you calling in. We've got another phone call. We will try to get as many people on, and I certainly do appreciate your comments today.
Certainly. Yes, sir.
Hey, you're on the Real News.
Hey, how you doing this morning?
Great. How about you?
I'm doing fine. This is Keith from Stony Point.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to call, and y'all talking about everybody being robbed and everything, and I just wanted to inform everyone that this season, you know, a lot of people get gift certificates and everything. I've been informed that there's a lot of places going out of business, and if I encourage everyone to check to make sure that the places that they're getting gift certificates are not going to go out of business anytime soon, because, you know, I wouldn't want anyone to lose any money. And I feel really sure that this year that's what's going to happen.
Well, while we got you on the phone, and that's some good information, I wouldn't be a bit surprised on that. While we got you on the phone, what is your opinion on this bailout and the government turning us from capitalism into blatant socialism?
Well, actually, on this bailout, what I think on that is, as everyone knows, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And what this is encouraging is the rich are getting all this bailout money, and what it's doing is it's taking from everyone's 401k, anybody's retirement plans they might have, money they have in the bank. When you go to get your $10,000 out of the bank, you're going to get $7,000. They're going to take their money out. You're not getting what you've had in there, and they're getting it, and the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer, and that's my opinion.
Hey, well, I want to thank you very much for calling in today. Call in anytime. It's a pleasure having you on, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Brian, go ahead with some of the news you was wanting to cover today.
This is an article by Tom Chartier of LouRockwell.com. Get out your wheelbarrows. One doesn't need to read beyond the first sentence of a front-page article from the November 26th edition of the New York Times to see more absurd logic rearing its ugly head. Here it is, straight from the horsehead's mouth. The New York Times, quote, "The Federal Reserve and the Treasury announced $800 billion in new lending programs on Tuesday, sending a message that they would print as much money as needed to revive the nation's crippled banking system," unquote. Hyperinflation, here we come. Little short on spending cash, print some more. Why didn't I think of that? Maybe I should have taken out a loan and sprung for the Reichmark color printer capable of running thousands of undetectable funny money bills in an afternoon. But then, I don't need to bother. The Federal Reserve and the Treasury are going to do that for me. How kind and thoughtful of them. Are these people, for a lack of a better term, stupid? Never mind, the question is rhetorical. I'm ready and willing to admit I am no economist. On the other hand, I actually paid attention in history class. I did not buy the answers to the test questions either. Let's look back at the days of the Weimar Republic in Germany after World War I. It seems times were tough, jobs were hard to find, and the economy was a mess. Sound familiar? So how'd they fix it? They printed money until they couldn't afford more paper, and surprise, surprise, it didn't work. Inflation ran amok, and the prices of basic necessities skyrocketed. Hence, the need for wheelbarrows to lug all the funny money to the market they could buy a loaf of bread, if they could find one that cheap. Friends, Americans, countrymen, there's a real simple, common sense, unalterable rule of money. The more money the state prints, the less it is worth.